Morning, evening, afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Wendling Farms. I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So if you watched yesterday's video, well, I filmed it yesterday, but I don't even know anymore when these videos get uploaded. So I should say, if you watched my last video, we started putting on anhydrous ammonia. So this here is our supply of nitrogen for our 2025 corn crop. Getting the tractor fueled up this morning. I'm gonna take this knife that never mind. I had a knife that plugged up yesterday, and I thought about just setting it on here with all these other ones, just for a place to hold it, but I ended up throwing it in the toolbox, so I'm gonna make one.
Do you not have any?
I've got one, but this knife plugged up on me, see it? And I'm gonna take a grinder, and I'm gonna grind sections off of this pipe here, and that's what you use for a mender.
Well, you can't get many of them.
One. I thought maybe I could get two of them out of here.
I need one. Use that, don't use a grinder, use that bandsaw. I'll go get another knife.
So what he was talking about, he was needing a mender. Yesterday I had a spot in the hose that got kinked. A knife hose that got kinked, and instead of replacing just the whole entire hose, you cut out the section that was kinked up and you put in what they call a mender. This knife here is plugged up, so I was just gonna take a cutoff wheel or whatever and cut off this tube here on the back into a section so you can use this metal tube here as a mender.
Is this the same tube? Same size?
Yeah.
Cut some off.
That knife looks different.
It's a mole knife.
A what?
Mole knife for side dressing, so they don't throw as much dirt.
All right. Are we still pumping fuel? We sure are. All right, here we go. Got a fresh set that just got dropped off over there. I'm only gonna be able to do about 20 acres with these because I did some with these last night, and this is also a set of small tanks. So I can usually get about 45 acres out of these small ones, depending on my rate. If my rate's cut back to like 125, 150, I'm getting anywhere from 40 to maybe 50 acres out of these smaller ones. And then the bigger ones, which I don't have any here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any big ones here. But the big ones you can get depending on your rate. If you got a heavy rate at 200, you're only gonna do about 50 to 55 acres. If you got your rate cut back to 125 or 150, you're gonna do anywhere from 70 to 75 acres. All right, time to change tanks. Let's gear up and get her done. Got my goggles, rubber gloves. You gotta be careful, this stuff's dangerous. Something just doesn't quite look right here. Oh, holy cow, we broke the whole darn thing. I thought maybe the bolts just broke, but the whole shank's destroyed. I'll be dang. I just thought the bolts broke. Good thing I got some more shanks with me. Shanks. Good thing I got more knives. You can tell immediately when you break a knife bolt, whatever it is, because you'll see a white cloud of smoke coming from wherever it's broke. And I just got a text from Dad. He's cheating. I don't know if you can see that. There's a glare on there. So he has a camera on the anhydrous bar. There's the screenshot from his camera. There it is, sitting right there on the back of that. So whenever he goes to unhook from the tanks, he just sets that right there on his drawbar. And then he must have his iPad in the cab, and you can see exactly where he needs to be. That's pretty slick. Let's check the future cast. Okay, good. Oh, there it is. Hello. What time is that? About 2 o'clock. Alright, we're going to be getting some yellow. Yellow at about 3, starting to rain at about 2. It's definitely a lot sooner than I thought. I was thinking it was going to be raining about 3:30 or 4. Time for another set. Those 2 tanks there behind me are empty. Hooking on to the last set here. This should finish me up on this field. Alright, I think I'm getting kind of good at this, backing up things, so we should be perfect. I am in fact not perfect, and I was about a foot off. Alright, we got her now. I hope, because I don't really want to run back there and back in the cab. Getting worn out. Well, I couldn't quite get her done. So close. Luckily, I got another set of tanks here. I had to bring me another set because I knew it'd be close. I'm racing up here to get these tanks because it's starting to sprinkle. Well, the rain started here a lot earlier than I thought it was going to. It's only 1 o'clock. I'm redoing some gas here just because this was the last through I made whenever I was running out, so just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna reapply some of this. But this is my last through, and it is raining. So yeah, let's muddy some stuff up here on the last through. All right, we made it. That's it, we're done with this field. Time to go to the farm. There's Dad, must be raining where he's at too. I shut all the valves. We're heading to the farm now. Ooh. Slinging some mud here. Well, it's been a few days since that last clip. That was on Wednesday, and now it's Sunday. It's still too wet to put on anhydrous, and unfortunately, there's rain for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So what we're up to now is... I'm agitating this load in here. I don't know how much is in there. I'd have to do some math. We got a load for a couple 100 acres, and long story short, we got rained out. So there's some left on the tanker, a little bit on the sprayer. So I'm doing some agitating on the sprayer and the tanker before we go spray. Yeah, like I said, it's too wet for anhydrous, but it's dry enough to get across some bean stubble. Mainly because I want to get the tanker and the sprayer emptied out before we get another shot of rain on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On this work ground, it's starting to gray off a little bit. And there's nothing in this load like atrazine that will settle out and make cottage cheese, so we'll agitate it for a little while here before we start spraying, and we'll be in good shape. So what we're spraying here is a fall burn down herbicide, and what this does is it takes care of winter annuals. Winter annuals can be a huge pain going into planting season. In the past, we've tried to save a few dollars and spray certain fields here and there. And usually it bites us in the rear end because the fields we didn't end up spraying are just a weedy mess. So like on this particular piece here, we had chiseled up the end rows, so we're not gonna spray fall burn down wherever it was chiseled because the chisel ground's gonna suppress those winter annuals anyway. Well, it should. Every year's different, so who knows. It's definitely not overly dry out here, that's for sure. It's just barely picking up here on the tires and kind of flinging it. Well, that's probably because I'm running 20 mile an hour too, but yeah, we're gonna get her done here at 20 mile an hour. We're cooking right along. Now, if I was slowed down running about 16 mile an hour, we wouldn't be flinging anything, but that's no fun. Yeah, you can see we're tossing a little bit here and there. You guys are supposed to come with me. We're grabbing our last load here. Sounds like the tanker's starting to run empty already. Doesn't look like we got enough to finish the field. I gotta do some math here in the cab. We've got 50 acres left at 15 gallon to the acre. We need 750 gallon, and we've got a little over 650. Okay, so it looks like we're almost to 700 gallon. We're probably at that 690 range. So let's say 690 gallon at 15 gallon to the acre. That's 46 acres, and oh, that's off. Oh, shoot. Well, hold on a second. We've got about 55 acres left. So 55 acres at 15 gallon to the acre, that's 825 gallons. And if I've got 690 gallon, that's 135 gallon too short. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be about 135 gallon too short here.
Short, that's okay. Just spray it till you run out, and your iPad will show us. Dundee will come by here and get just a little more of it.
We're gonna be running out anytime. What'd I say? I thought we had about 690 gallon. I've sprayed out 680. We're gonna make it to the end. Yep, we're gonna make it. All right, I made it to the end. Now this is the last through here of the field, but we're not gonna be able to go very far. I've sprayed out 684. All right, let's see how much we had in her. Oh, and just like that, we're out. So yeah, I was pretty close. It says I sprayed out 687 gallon. I was 3 gallon off. I was just looking at the sight tube, and it was just right below 700, so I just figured, it'd be about 690. Well, it's pretty close. It's day 3 of the video. I've had a total of 13 hundredths of rain so far today. Miserable, cloudy, and been misting all day. This was on the Magnum. It was on the front weight bracket here.
We're gonna mount it to the 580 quad track.
We gotta cut all this off. This was just mounted on the front of that 380 on the weights. We're wanting to go different routes with rock boxes and toolboxes. So we took this off the 380. Now we gotta cut all this or torch it, because we welded it all. So yeah, we're gonna torch this all off of here, make this fit so we can mount it on the right side of this 580. So these quad tracks have 2 toolboxes. I got one on each side, and we've decided to take this off here on the right side. We're gonna go to 1 toolbox and 1 rock box.
Yeah, you can put it out here wherever you want.
Alrighty.
Hit that with a grinder and then take your black can of paint.
Spray it again.
Yep. I smooth that off.
Yep. Wow. That looks nice. This baby's ready to hold some rocks. There's one thing I'm wondering about. When it's damp, these tracks will throw dirt, would throw dirt on top of the toolbox that was sitting here. So I'm hoping it'll sift right through this box. But I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out. So now we just need to update this toolbox here, get us something that holds a little more and is a little more organized. Yeah. So when we had both these boxes, this side was mainly just tools. Other side was nuts and bolts and other miscellaneous objects. Now we need to get a nice rock box and toolbox set up for this thing. This will be a later project. Need to do some thinking and maybe we'll make something for that. Sun's shining, wind's blowing, 62 degrees. Sure can't beat this weather in the middle of November. Well, everybody, I think I'm gonna end this video. So I appreciate everybody watching. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one.